What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan Reviews. Today we are doing the next trade paperback in line for the series of Walking Dead. I'm doing two for today because I know after that trade you don't want, you kind of want to see what's next after all that craziness. So I'm going to give you guys just another trade so you guys don't get left with the one we just reviewed. So go check that out. I'll put the link in the description to the video for Volume 5 review. This is the Volume 6 review. Yeah, we're a good bit into these now, and I love Walking Dead comic book series. Oh my god. I actually haven't looked through these in about, I would say, a good 10 months to a year. I really haven't. I've had these on the backdrop, or at least a few of them, on the shelf over there for my Walking Dead display, which actually every New Year's Day, we will do a room tour of, so if you guys wonder when on this channel I do collection videos, it's usually once a year, and it's going to be on New Year's Day. It'll be a special. If you guys, because I know a lot of you haven't been in this channel since the beginnings, which I started early September. So, yeah, so if a lot of you haven't probably seen my Walking Dead collection, so I'll probably show that off in January 1st. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, here's the trade. Yeah, it's a back-to-back trade paperback review. And I'm doing so many videos today. I have to do my issue review of issue 160. So I might do that today or tomorrow because I usually like to kind of go through the issue, go through my notes and everything, so I'll have to see, what my plans are for that. So, there's the cover of Volume 6, and spoiler warning if you're not caught up to the Walking Dead comic book series, otherwise click off right now. So, we have the cover with Rick, and he has kind of, he's kind of thinking about things a little bit, and you got this Sorrowful Life. So that's the title of this trade, which actually was the title of the episode in Season 3 where, spoiler warning, Merle dies. So that's kind of interesting, but this was the title before that episode even came on, so they took that from this, I guess. So at the beginning of this trade, we actually have Martinez, if you guys remember him from the TV series. There is the comic book series version of Martinez. He actually looks quite a bit different. He has like a bandana, so pretty cool. And yeah, just kind of recovering after last trade, but it doesn't get any calmer. Like, this trade does not get any calmer. Maybe a little bit, but for the most part, no, it gets even worse in this one. And by the way, this trade is actually one of the most brutal ones in the entire series too. So if you guys are not a fan of brutalness, because there's some pretty graphic stuff in this one, so yeah, spoiler warning for that. Well, not spoiler warning, but the governor actually gets so messed up in this one. He actually has in the arena that you guys saw from last trade, one of the men from the governor against Michonne. Oh god. So he's like basically trying to kill her, but not really. So he's trying to test her skills, and you know how they include walkers in the fight in the arena. Well, she has to fight through them, but one of the men actually takes her and pounds her down to the ground. Yeah, so that doesn't go really well, and then she gets locked back up. But when the governor tries to find her again, she's tied back up. But basically, what ends up happening is Martinez actually talks to Rick, and he says, "I can get you out of here." Basically, is what he's telling him, and he basically tells him that I can get you out of here, but because the governor's crazy, and you deserve to get out of here. And unfortunately, Rick does trust him, which he shouldn't. But him and Michonne, they go. But the only reason why he's actually helping him is because the governor wanted him to do that, so he can find out where they live. And that doesn't go well later on in the trade. So you guys will see what happens there. So they'll let Michonne free. She starts walking away. right? And they're kind of wondering, like, where are you going, so to speak? And she says she's going to the governor, and she actually doesn't go with Rick's group. She says she'll meet up with them later, and she breaks into the governor's apartment as he's feeding her zombie daughter, like, dead bones. It's just hands and everything. Yeah, and I love it. The governor says, well, this shouldn't be interesting. I like that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, though. And she, like, kicks him in the gut. And, yeah, so this is brutal. She actually bites his neck, ties him up, and she has tons of tools. She has a hammer, a spoon, which that's the most graphic part they're going to see here in a minute, a drill, some other weird stuff. She drills holes into him as he's just not having a good time, and she keeps telling him, like, wake up, and she takes the pliers, and she, like, cuts off his fingernails. Oh, man. And then the big one, she takes her sword and she cuts his hand off. Unbelievable. I can't contain myself. Yeah, and then she takes a spoon. This one I wouldn't watch if I were you. She takes his eye with the spoon. Oh, man. And it flies right out. So that's how she takes out the governor's eye out in the comics. I knew they couldn't do this in the TV series. They had to be a little bit more, And she just leaves him in a bloody mess. And then later on, she meets up with Rick's group, and she doesn't really tell them what she did either. So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, so what ends up happening is that Martinez is still with them. And then when they get back to the prison, they see this. Just overloaded with walkers. And they're kind of wondering, like, what's going on? And Rick is just really confused, but also very sad, as you can see there, And he says, oh God, no, just crazy. And then when he realizes that they're all back, and everything's fine. They're all safe, but the prison got overran, basically. And so this is a pretty crazy part. Basically, what ends up happening is that Rick sees that Martinez runs away after he sees where they live, because he's got his information. He says he's gonna run back. Rick doesn't let that happen, and he actually runs him over with the RV. And yes, at this point in the comic series, they actually still have the RV, so that's different. And he talks to him for a while, and then he just has enough of it, and Rick chokes him to death until he's just dead lying there, basically. Yeah. And I think Lori watches too, so that's just, oh man, unbelievable. Rick I like this part right here, when he says, just need to make sure that when they do get here, we're ready for them. Right there's Rick's, and that's what he says. So, yeah, this is this. So, let me know what you guys think. I would say this trade is just as crazy as Volume 5. Maybe not as crazy, but this is pretty insane. Yeah, this is a good trade. So, let me know what you guys think about this one. Volume 7 review will be up very soon. My issue review, either today or tomorrow, I'm not sure, because I need to go over it, really good. If I have the time, I will do it, but don't get your hopes up. So, if you guys liked the video, please sum it up below, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace. I gotta get all these videos uploaded.